Sometimes we become the controller, and sometimes we become the victim. Both of them can cause us illness or dysfunction in the body. Have you noticed that when you want to get something done and things don't go the way you expect, your body feels this tension? Well, what I want to share today, or this observation that I'm sharing today, it's not about what is happening outside of us, but from what's happening within ourselves. Because what's happening outside of us is just an internal projection of what's going on in here. Both the controller and the victim within each of us, they just show up at any moment. So it is very important for us to be attentive so we can recognize them. Let's talk a little bit about these two guys. So the controller within you is very demanding. This is that kind of mandate, a hurry up. It kind of tells you, I want you to do this and I want you to do it now. Are you seeing that within yourself? Now the victim appears within you when you feel like, I don't know how to do this. This is so difficult. I don't know why I have to do it. I need help. That's impossible. It's like when you see things too hard for you to do. Both of them operate here within you. I'm not talking about outside, but inside of you. For example, I'm going to give you an example here. When you tend to be, maybe you tend to be so perfectionist. So when you tend to be so perfectionist, you become very demanding of course, yourself. You become the controller because you want perfection and you're demanding perfection to yourself. On the other hand, if you feel very frustrated because what you want to accomplish isn't coming out the way you expect, then maybe the victim appears. I can't do that. Has it happened to you? Okay, there is another observation that I want to give you here based on what I just said. We all have 3 psychological realities. This is based on the transactional analysis from a psychotherapist called Eric Berne. And so these three realities are like this. One is called the parents, which holds all the information we learn from our parents. Those yes, 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 those no, no, no's. The second one is the child that holds all the feelings we had as a child. And the third one is called the conscious adult. So when you are so demanding to yourself or to others, maybe you are listening to your parents' voice. Or when you feel so frustrated, sad, or angry because you can't do it, maybe that's the voice of your inner child. See how it works? Okay, any of these two can make you or can get you ill or any condition or dysfunction in the body. I'm gonna tell you a little bit here. So when you are in the controller, this tension that you feel in the body, you start feeling this tension. Maybe it goes to your back, to your shoulders, to your muscles, bones. There is a lack of flexibility that also can cause you anxiety and maybe stress. And from there, well, it can go anywhere. Maybe it goes to the liver and then you feel this anger and then it can affect you like farther down the road. The victim within you feels more like fear of not being able to succeed on something, because if things don't come out right, then you feel afraid of losing love or acceptance. So if we keep having this emotions over and over, it can cause disease or other conditions like eventually cancer or diabetes, thyroid issues, arthritis, high blood pressure, or heart issues. All the organs, our internal organs, get affected by this tension. So these are the dynamics that can happen within yourself. Of course, you don't notice it because this happens at an unconscious level within you. That's why I'm sharing this, for you to know, to see how you can start recognizing yourself. Now, what happens inside can be projected outside of you. So let's say that you tend to be very perfectionist. So you are very demanding to yourself. So to project this outside of you in the world, let's put it this way, let's say that your boss comes, who is in this case representing the reality of the parent, asks you to do something. So the voice that you hear is not really from your boss, it's your parent's voice commanding you to do something. I want you to do this, and I want it now. So at this moment, your body goes into that state of alert, this tension. There is this tension and stress because you want to do it right and as soon as possible, like your parents ask you to do it. See how it works? But what happens if you find the task too difficult to do? You might jump on the child reality that says, oh, that's too much for me and I don't know what to do and I'm always alone doing this, I don't want to do it or I can't do it. And then the victim appears. And then you feel maybe useless or frustrated or alone. And all of these roller coasters of fear and emotions are happening within your mind. But also your body is feeling that. Your body is feeling the frustration, suffering, anger, panic, depression, whatever it is that you're feeling, what happens in your body when you feel this pressure is very important for you to recognize. So gladly, we all have a hero within. And that hero is called the conscious adult. So this is the one who analyzes the situation between the parent and the child, or the controller or the victim, whatever it is, within you and says, hey, you guys, relax. So the conscious adult is the one that finds the solution and takes action. The other two can do anything. They can do it because they are so lost in their emotions. The only one that can, take action, a solution and an action is that adult. So the solutions come from this conscious adult within you. But we need to be aware to those voices, those inner voices, and not to allow them to take control. Usually, the conscious adult doesn't need a lot of effort for things to happen. He or she has no fear, even when he or she doesn't know how it's going to happen, because it's like we know things are working in our favor, and so they happen. So the adult is that kind of light that comes to you and shows you the way. When we allow that consciousness to take over, everything is solved as if by magic. The universe has a plan and aligns things for you only when you position yourself into that consciousness. Still, you need to recognize the other two within you so you don't give them power. You must discern your own voices, the parent, the child, and of course, the conscious adult. Usually, when you feel anxiety or depression, it's because you allow the two guys, the other two guys, the first two guys I was talking about, to take control over you. When you feel at peace, your body will give you the green light to continue moving in the direction of what is necessary to be done, but usually the right direction. So that's what I wanted to share today. My name is Maria Dari del Sol. I'm a facilitator on family and systemic constellations. And well, I just wanted to share this, and because I work a lot with these feelings, all of those emotions, those roller coasters that we don't know how they happen, but they happen within ourselves. And they are also connected. It's not only what happens within ourselves, but also what's happening, that we are connected to our family system and to our ancestors. And maybe sometimes some of those emotions that awaken are not even ours. Maybe they were our ancestors' emotions that we are unexpectedly showing. So we have so much. We have so much within ourselves. It is very important for us to know what's going on in here, so I can allow that consciousness within me or within you to take action from another angle, not from the one where I feel lost, but from that one that has that certainty that things are going to be well. And so they do. That's what I wanted to share today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time around. Bye.